Let's piss off some red pill podcasters today.
Look, I know I'm gonna hurt some feelings. They're gonna be mad at me.
Ah, well, fuck them. Let them be mad.
I'm trying to see why it's not showing up as live right now. Come on. Let me talk.
All right, it says we're live now. Wait till you get that ad. It's got to come through.
Bruh. Don't wish that upon me, bro. Damn.
Listen, if you get an ad, that means we get some money. So for every ad you get, we get like 5 cents.
Hey, I don't got no ad this time. Ain't got no ad this time. I ain't getting no ad this time. Hey, get it again. Hey. It is good for me.
How that's money coming out of your pocket? Like it's not going into your pocket. I'm just saying, what's up, Bestie? How you doing? What's up,
Hi,
Bestie?
hi.
What up, what up? Before we get started in the shenanigans, who barbecued this weekend? Who was grilling?
I was.
What you make, bro?
Just something small, just some ribs, put some ribs on, burgers, chicken legs, smoked dog, just real chill, something small. I just wanted to have a reason to smoke a cigar and have a nice little drink.
What you was eating? I always like to know because Memorial Day, 4th of July, anytime it's cookout season is usually my favorite time of the year because I love to cook for people. So I was getting nosy.
With that.
Plus, I finally got my new hibachi and I was tearing it up on the grill this weekend.
That shit looked good as hell.
Man, that shit was crazy good.
Yeah. Oh, it looked good. Blue diamond in the bill.
Yo, okay, first of all, I'm sick of it. That's one of my fucking for this week. Wow.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I don't need this type of negativity in my life right now. Hey, yo, really?
Out here looking like a water Pokemon train.
Oh, hold on.
He said like a Chaos Emerald.
You know, I am real sick of you niggas.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard of you niggas.
I'm just trying to live my best life.
Ain't nobody saying he wasn't.
Whatever. I'm just gonna cry. It's fine because you know.
You look fabulous.
Right? She made it seem like somebody said that she looked bad out here.
But why black folk always got to do that though? Like you always roast someone when they look good as fuck.
Black folk will roast you for just doing anything. Like it's raining outside. This nigga got an umbrella. That's just how we are.
Right, yo.
You afraid of a little water? Hydrophobic ass.
I'm glad you guys had a good weekend. I'm glad everybody had a good weekend. But we're down to business this weekend because we got some shit we got to talk about. But first, I'll let our good hosts do their introductions. So take it away.
Yo, welcome back to your favorite podcast, Let Me Talk Pod. I am your host, Ron Morrison. I'm here with the lovely Ray Day with the AK Ray Day. I don't know why I got tongue tied there. And to my left, because I don't know how their screens are set up, we got the good man, Chef Pat Lee. You see does he have what is it? Pat Punk? CM Pat?
CM Pat. Because the tribal chef is dead. Forever.
Yeah, he's been dead. Dead as hell. All right. We got some things to discuss. Just a heads up. If you're here for wrestling, you're not going to get much of it. You might at best get 3 minutes at the end of it, but I doubt it. So if you're here to also just listen to us actually talk about some serious shit, mostly addressing the black men in our community, then we're here to welcome you to that. Yo, black men been black men and not in a good way. But before we get down to that and the niggatry that is the red pill black niggas, does anybody ever fuck them? Granted, I'm sure our fuckums is the conversation, but go ahead.
I got some lighthearted ones.
Okay.
So my first fucking goes out to my friend Juan. So we went out to a burlesque show this weekend, and it was for Elton John. So I dressed with this blue wig, right? Had a cute little blue outfit on, blue makeup. I was looking real cute, you know. I was trying to give me free drinks. So, huh?
You said you want to go see Elton John, right? I called you Tiny Dancer because one of his songs. But
It was the Elton John inspired burlesque show. But I ended up going. So we just talking or whatever. Why did he have the audacity to say, "Yo, you look like Hatsune Miku"? My other
So you just get roasted all over.
I'm not done yet because it gets fucking worse. I'm home. Tell my fuck ass husband. You know what he says? Hatsune Reiku.
Shout out to the good guy Marcus. Shout out to Mark. Wow. She went to go beat his ass.
just because.
So yeah, and I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, wow, why am I? I'm just like a girl here. So I'm like, you know what? Over it. That was my first fucking. My other fucking goes out to why is it the norm when it comes to getting like pasta dishes with shrimp? They always leave the fucking tail on.
I hate that.
I'm frozen. There, like you get the shrimp scampi, and it's like, oh, it's shrimp, and then you try to. It's like the peel it, bitch, peel it down.
Nah, I hate when that shit is you are
Just
peeled.
annoying. That's motherfucker.
Like, nah, the tail's still here, bro. At this point, I hate that shit.
They do that shit just a presentation, but I don't see the point of it.
What are you presenting? Like, oh,
What are you presenting, bro? Duck.
what?
Why we say the exact same thing?
All right, I guess leave it on. I guess. I mean, it ain't making it look any bit better. But.
It's not.
Exactly. You doing half the work, I'll half off then.
Yo,
Am I wrong?
No,
you're not. You're not wrong.
I'm just laughing how serious Pat looks with his shades on. Yo. Bro looks so serious right now.
Nigga, my vision. I'm getting roasted because I got blurry vision. Talking about look serious. Just like we were talking about earlier.
You wasn't even roasted. You just look so serious, bro.
Because it's a serious topic we're talking about.
Nigga, Jesus Christ.
Only fucking my head is to the kid in Final Destination Bloodlines, but I don't want to spoil the movie. All I'm gonna say is they got an FDK moment, and I was happy about the ending. That's it.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, and fuck the Pacers.
All right, what about you, Black? And also to anybody in the chat, y'all got fuckums. Feel free to say y'all fuckums, man. We want to hear, what pissed y'all off this
Air your grievances out there.
Oh, I got one that y'all gonna really love. See, y'all know my motto, right? It's 3 letters. FDK. I can't even blame the kids for this one. Let me just give you a little story, just a short one. As an adult, would y'all agree that if there's a problem, you try to sit there and deal with it before the problem really becomes the problem? Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what adults do.
So if you know that 2 kids have a problem, wouldn't you think that would be smart to keep 2 kids separated?
Yeah.
Okay. So why the fuck do we have somebody who has a problem walking up on my floor, letting this child try to sit there and run up on my child in school? You see, this is the problem that I have with working with adults. Y'all are worse than a fucking kid sometimes. And this is coming from a big kid. Like, I'm a big kid. But there's some bullshit. So I'm just going to give you a synopsis, right? My school has 3 schools, 4 floors. 3 schools, 4 floors. Everybody stays to their own floor. Only time we on one floor is for gym and lunch. That's it. So when I see somebody on my floor that doesn't belong on my floor, knowing good and well that this student on the floor has an issue with a student of mine, and y'all just casually walking with this chick as if everything is cool, I have a problem with that. So my fucking goes to 2 certain people that thought it was okay just to let their child walk on my floor, knowing that they have an issue with my student. After the fucked up part is y'all came to me complaining about, oh, well, she was being disrespectful, and I literally made her apologize because of that. Oh, no. So next time she walk up on that floor, she step in that classroom, and she decides to start swinging chairs like she was Stone Cold Steve Austin when she's trying to find out who ran her over, I'm letting her go. I'm letting her go. Just like Denzel said in Equalizer, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to let her have fun while she do it too.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fuck. I feel a lot better. Drama.
I ain't really got nothing. I'm fuck free.
That's a good thing. It means you had a great week. Let's keep it that way.
I mean, I probably do. I just can't remember nothing.
Ain't that how it is?
I'm sure I have. I just can't think of that.
That's what happened last time. And then the week later, you're like, you know what? I did have a fuck him. And it's like 4 of them.
Yeah. I'm just saving them up at this point.
Oh, it's a past point. Fuck the Pacers too, and fuck Paul Pierce. You think you slick like we didn't know what you did?
You know what? Nah, my fucking goes to the fact that 3 of the Knicks fans that's on this podcast don't believe that I'm rooting for their team. That's my fucker, because like I think it's because I've been joking around this whole time, bro. When I've been saying, yo, shout out to the Knicks, yo. Every time I say it, it's like, yo, fuck you big black dark boy, the face, and all this other bullshit that comes out of people's mouths.
All right, what's more believable, the John Cena heel turn or Duck supporting the Knicks? After years of trolling the Knicks.
Not the shade. Shady.
I'm literally saying, like, yo, I have a good story. Like, it's a good story to see. Genuinely, a bunch of losers that's been losing since the 70s.
Hey, yo.
Like, they've been taking their hits, but they're slowly winning. It's like watching the main character get their superpower or something.
Bunch of losers has been losing on the losing path of losery in losing town.
They've lost more than you've been alive. That's how long they've been losing, bro.
They live in Loserville.
Listen there, Super Saiyan God. Relax with the loser talk.
You know what? Fuck you in your fucking ass glasses.
Oh, well.
Get out your glasses.
So what you call me, a monkey out here freezing?
Hey, wrong color, Pat. Wrong color.
You have a good night. I'm out. I'm leaving.
Y'all the monkeys out here freezing? Hell.
Nah, I agree with you, though. Now, if you had said shout out to the Cowboys, I'd have definitely thought you was trolling.
Yeah, like I'm saying.
Not the Cowboys.
And that's coming from a Cowboy fan.
Never catch me rooting for a fucking
man,
Cowboys.
I
hate them niggas like a mom like that.
Yeah.
I'm just up there with me. There's some Tory niggas. Cowboy. I'm just saying, like, y'all right up there with the free Tory niggas. I don't like y'all niggas. Cowboys. The Cowboys.
Since we're talking about the free Tory niggas, let's jump into the topic.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Welcome to everyone who said free Tory or crack free or saying Diddy is innocent. Yo, the Diddy is innocent shit is wild. Because ain't say that man innocent, right? I don't know what. First of all, none of these niggas are.
Period.
But what are you seeing to where you think there's a slither of a chance that Diddy is innocent?
We all saw the tape. If you grew up in New York, everybody knew how Diddy was. Like, what more could you ask for? At this point, y'all just admit that y'all hate women.
Yo, Pat.
Yo.
I need you to pull the flasher out right now just to go. All right, yeah, okay. I just need a little flasher.
Let me go change it to a black blazer and a shirt and tie, and I got you.
Bruh.
Just reset the timeline.
Hey, that's the new gimmick now?
Reset the timeline. That's all we need. I'm sorry, back to the topic. I'm sorry.
I think what really pisses me off about the whole, a lot of this stuff, but specifically the Diddy trial, is that a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't really believe it, nah. And it's like week 1 into a 8-week trial. We are in week 1 of an 8-week trial. And just because yo baby daddy's sisters, brothers, cousin, uncles, grandmother's nephew said that he found some shit on Diddy, like he's completely innocent, does not make it the fucking case. You guys have no idea how to put together a complete case from start to finish. This ain't no innocent, oh, is he guilty? He's not guilty. There are layers to this that we do not have a law degree will not understand. And just because you watched one fucking video from Hotep Harold where he got his law degree from Facebook University, don't make this shit fucking true. No tea, no shade.
I'm gonna disappear this one because I don't know what the fuck is going on with any of this shit, so I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Yo, Hotep Harold is diabolical. I'm just over here thinking of like, yo, what's up, Pad? Hotep Harold. It is, yeah.
You know what I don't understand? And this just goes back to the Tory Lanez conversation. How many of y'all know a single Tory Lanez song? Or even do you one better? How many people can honestly say they bumped Tory Lanez on the playlist? And I can give you an answer. Probably nobody. And the reason why I bring that up is because all these niggas who defend Tory Lanez, never heard them in the conversation about, oh, that's my favorite artist. He's a rapper I listen to. Never that. But the second you find out he shot a black woman, free Tory. That's my dude. Why we always gotta lock up our good black men.
And I'll say to somebody who has listened to like a couple of Tory Lanez songs, fuck that nigga. He chatter. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get what is it that everybody is seeing that really just makes them say, oh, she's lying.
Because they don't like Meg. They don't like Megan, and that's really all it comes down to, is that Megan is a taller, bigger, like she's not like a bigger build, darker skinned woman who is free about, herself, what she wants to do with her body and who she wants to do things with her body. And instead of actually like taking a look at it, and it's like, damn, this person like really fucked up. You guys want to believe that Kelsey did it, even though there was no fingerprints and there was no DNA saying that was coming from a woman, and the DNA was from a male, and that Tory Lanez even tell Casey, yo, tell her that I'm sorry. But we're supposed to believe Kelsey's bodyguard, who wasn't there to say that he didn't do it. And if Kelsey did do it, she had immunity. So she could have just said, I fucking did it, and there would be no fucking issue. But then again, it's not even about her getting shot, which is what he was on trial for. It has something to do about her getting fucking shot. He had guns around him. He was on what, parole or whatever? You're not supposed to have that shit, you dumb little lightning bug bitch. Like what?
I was gonna say that nigga from Canada, bro. Like,
keep him there. We don't need him here. Him
real,
or Drake.
Like why is
keep him there?
I like to know what evidence does everybody online have that his own lawyers doesn't have. to say that he's
Shit
innocent.
they keep saying. It's the same shit they keep saying. Yo, we got this new recording. We got this new recording. No, y'all don't. What recording do y'all have?
I was waiting to see what it was, bro, because I was sick like 36 hours to see nothing. Nothing.
It's the same shit that they already had, bro. It was the same shit. There was nothing new. You adding a random, bro. Let me get a random like fucking old man off the street to say, yeah, you know, Kelsey was the one who shot, Meg. Why are we playing these games? You keep adding random people who have nothing to do with the fucking situation. Stop it. You're in jail. Stay there, okay?
People like, oh, you couldn't hear him say dance, bitch. Who gives a fuck, bro? Like, well, who? Like, y'all are reaching out here, and it's so weird. It's so weird. Oh, well, the video showed her saying dance, bitch. Okay. What's your point? Like, why are y'all trying to reach for anything to prove that? Like, even the whole, like, she lied about having sex, so clearly she'll lie about somebody getting shot or her getting shot. What does one got to do with the other? Who she fucked had nothing to do with anything. She got shot. Why are we talking about who she fucked?
Because they use sex as a way to weaponize black women, as if it's a problem for them to have sex. But you got to realize and understand, it takes two to tango. Like for every man that calls a woman a whore, there's 3 or 4 men trying to sleep with her.
And that's why I tell people, when it comes to things that men say that they want women, don't listen to them. Because some niggas don't. Men don't know shit. They don't know. They just happy to get who the fuck they can get.
It's like the men who shame OnlyFans models. Like, who do you think is buying the memberships? It's y'all. Who do you think is paying them the money that they make? It's you.
You know what? And that's my other thing. If you as a man, you don't want a significant other who's an OnlyFans model, who doesn't dress sexy, that's fine. But don't get with a bad bitch who dresses like that. Don't get with the OnlyFans model who does that career and then try to fucking change her. Stop that. If that's not the woman you want, stop going for those fucking women. Leave them the fuck alone. Stupid.
And 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, anytime you hear a man say, I don't want my woman dressing like this, I don't want her going out doing this, I don't want her acting like that, it's insecurity, and you're likely doing the same exact thing, but you don't want her doing it.
Man, yeah, if you want a baddie, bro, when people gonna look at your girl.
It don't matter what a black woman is wearing. I can be on a bonnet, oversized t-shirt, and some joggers. I can still get hit on.
You in lingerie, that's why. Yo. I keep telling you, the t-shirt, the bonnet.
Listen, the moo-moo.
The moo-moo.
Moo-moo, woo-woo-woo.
Don't say anything
you know
about
how we do.
Y'all don't
listen. Listen.
Yo,
facts.
Look,
that's one of my biggest issues.
Y'all gonna stop don't try to leave me alone. If I'm not your type, baby, walk. Bye-bye.
Moo got me.
Listen, Grandpa Charles was paying the bills for a reason. All he needed was a moo and a cup of Kool-Aid. He got the job done.
Real. All that moving up under there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. But stop it. He's in jail. He's not getting the fuck out no matter what y'all fucking do. You know what can really help him? If you stream his fucking music. Okay, get one of his tracks on the fucking radio. But that's gonna fucking happen. No, because it's ass. Y'all not checking for him. Stop it.
Right.
Leave it alone.
That's why I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Y'all can't be saying. The same. But
I'd rather eat 12 Popeyes biscuits, drink a whole gallon of Hawaiian Punch, and 2 bottles of Dasani than listen to a Tory Lanez song.
Especially because all he did was fucking remix everything.
It's honest. It's honest as fuck.
I thought you would have said a pot of chitlins before 12 Popeyes biscuits.
Shit, as much as I hate chitlins, I'd rather eat chitlins than listen to Tory Lanez.
That's why I like it. That's your
But the other thing that we definitely talk about is this. Since we're talking about the whole Meg situation, is RDC World and DreamCon. Um, and if you don't know what happened, RDC World um has created DreamCon, which is a convention that you can go to if you want to in Texas. Um, I'd rather be drowned in lukewarm Pico than fuck with period.
Bro, because you know that shit is thick too. Ain't no
Thick.
that shit.
Thick.
That shit never gets cold. It's always lukewarm.
I ain't gonna lie.
Cause that
You
shit
could
is
probably float in some lukewarm Tampico, bruh. You definitely floating on that bitch. Just like you comfortable. You real comfortable. That's all I'm saying.
Not float.
Look, that but
that shit nice and thick.
um but yeah, so RDC World, if you don't know, they are a group of black men who create the skits and stuff about anime, about basketball. You've probably seen their videos somewhere before. They created DreamCon, which is in Texas. And so they actually was able to get um Tampico Lazy River. Yo, I'm telling you, you're not drowning in that bitch, bro. You are floating perfectly fine. You are comfortable. You don't gotta worry about nothing. No mosquitoes, no nothing.
That's what
legit
That's what Lake Lanier needs. A little Tampico. Nobody would ever drown.
fact. That's the
So,
float tank.
Lord Jesus. So, DreamCon has announced that they either have or had a special guest who was Meg the Stallion. And if you don't know, a majority of RC World's fan base is men. Let's be honest here. Um, and they started to share gifs and memes of Tory Lanez, and basically saying, "What if we say fuck Megastown? What if we say free Tory Lanez?" Um, and when you go look, you would see that RDC World was liking these gifs um of Tory Lanez. And this was not the first time that they have done something to disrespect Meg. This is the second, okay? The first time they made a joke about her getting shot in one of their skits, okay? They wiped that shit. They apologized. It was gone. So a lot of black women have came forward and was like, Meg, don't go to DreamCon. This is not the first time you guys have, DreamCon has disrespected you. And it has been a shit show from the very fucking beginning. Um, you see a lot of black women saying this isn't right. You do see some black men. I don't want to say a lot of black men are not, but you do see some black men. But you do see some of the RDC World / DreamCon ass kitchers saying y'all just mad that Meg is going to the biggest convention in Texas. Y'all are just haters. Da 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 da. And it's kind of like, what is there to hate on? If I wanted to go to DreamCon again, I can pay for a ticket and go again. I did not enjoy my time at DreamCon. I do not believe it was worth the money that I paid for. But if you enjoy DreamCon, if you enjoy the influencers and RDC, that is for you. But to say that we want them to be held accountable, and we also want Meg to put her safety, not just her physical safety, but her mental health first, because we know that you fuck asses are going to say some shit like that. Look, you're not wrong, because I'm telling you, they ride for RDC and DreamCon so hard, and it infuriates me because you're hoping that you're going to be able to hop on that RDC World, choo choo train and get to next level. They're never going to fucking do that for you. But for us black women to say, hey, don't go there, protect yourself, and y'all get mad about that, huh? And then they gave such a generic apology that a lot of people think is AI, mind you. Is a really big fucking slap in the face. And then Mark, one of the creators of RDC World / DreamCon, was like, yeah, it was a mistake. Accidents happens, but people don't get fired for accidents. What the fuck do you mean people don't get fired for accidents? People get fired for accidents all the time. That is a normal thing that people get fired for, is accidents and mistakes. Cost people thousands upon thousands of dollars. What are you talking about?
an accident get people
Or
killed.
was it just because it was someone from your own party who did that shit that you don't want to fire and let them go? That's fine. That's okay. But just remember that when it comes down to it, the supporters that you losing, aka black women, you're gonna end up yourself. And for all the people who want to continue to support DreamCon and kind of say that we're wrong or that we're haters or we're all haters, you can go fuck yourself because I have nothing to hate on. I will say if I'm a hater, I will gladly wear that shit across my chest like a baby mama tattoo across my chest, okay? If I'm a hater, but I'm not. It's about holding people accountable. It's about holding black men accountable for fucked up things that they do. Y'all don't y'all dare tell me y'all never see those black mom or those baby mamas with the name of their baby daddy across their chest with the fucking doves and the hearts. Tell me y'all never saw that shit. Y'all
Not
lying.
the
Y'all haven't.
Technical foul.
Technical foul.
I said what I said, and I'll say it again. I will wear that shit proudly like a baby mama with her baby daddy's name across her chest. I said it once, and I'll say it again.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm not saying it ain't real. I just never seen it. That's all.
I've never seen. Really?
No,
I've seen it.
I haven't seen that.
Really?
You know,
I'm gonna show y'all a picture. I gotta show you because I've seen it. It'd be like Terrence
she got
or
Most of the
Howard.
ones Most of the ones I see, they don't even like their baby daddy. So no, I've never
But
seen that.
this is before he cheats or this and fucked up shit.
Nah, nope.
No. Before she found out that he cheated, because he been cheating. But that's neither here nor there.
But I digress.
Uh-uh.
I don't like what you guys are trying to make it seem that people who are fans of Meng are saying. And I understand this could do great things for DreamCon, but I don't care what it can do for a Blerd company if you're gonna continuously disrespect her. Here's the thing: one mistake is the first time. When you created that trash ass fucking video about Meg getting shot. You don't like multiple comments about the person who shot her. Okay, that's not an accident. Okay, like you're not hiring like someone who's never heard of the beef or the situation that's going on. There's no way. If you tell me you've never heard that, like you had no idea the situation was going on, you're lying to me. Okay.
This just goes back to what my grandmother always used to say. God rest her soul. You can't fix stupid out here.
Mm-hmm.
And after years of her passing, she has not lied, not one time.
It just angers me, like a
So
lot.
She did like pull out, right? Or she still coming.
So what happened was they still have the photo of up, but she's no longer tagged in it, so she got rid of it. So honestly, it's up in the air at this point. I don't know if they try to make amends. I don't know if she's gonna pull it out. I don't know if she's actually maybe just show up for a little bit, but it's no longer on her page. It's still on their page though.
I saw that. That's why I was like, all right. I saw that she wasn't promoting no more, so I just took it as she ain't gonna see it, but I see it's still up there. Unless they just really got her picture out there just to lie to people. But we'll see.
That wouldn't be a surprise if they lied and said she was coming and then she didn't show up, and they'll find some way to blame her instead of taking accountability that they fucked up.
It's crazy how like I don't. But I've never seen somebody get shot and become the problem. Like that shit is crazy. Last I saw her, that she made a post about how she's tired of defending herself. Yeah, I've seen that before. That was like right when I guess there was new information about the balding leprechaun that came out and how she just got tired and sick of it, but then she ends up. All right, good night, baby girl. All right, have sleep tight. How she that new quote unquote third evidence that just again wasn't evidence was coming out. She got pissed off and she, vented her frustrations and she deleted it, which whatever. But like that's just how she feels. Like just when you think you're kind of just getting over some shit, some more of the bullshit comes back up, and now it's like you got to go through all that bullshit again. You know, people don't like her, but the bullying, constant harassment, all that shit was going down, and now it's coming back up with this with this bullshit notion that black men are being attacked. And I'm like, what are we talking about, bro? Somebody got shot, or a black man shot somebody, and he's being attacked. Diddy was Diddying, but he's a black man that's being attacked. Like, can we stop with the bullshit, bro? Like, nobody's being attacked, bro. You're being accountable for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being an ain't shit person.
Have any of y'all seen the Meg the Stallion documentary on Amazon? It's called Inner Words.
I don't think I know it'll be like really like dark and heavy, so I haven't watched it, but I've heard like really good like reactions to it.
It's a really good documentary. It's on Amazon right now. It came out, I think, last year. And when you watch the documentary and see all the stuff that she's gone through over the past few years and the stuff that she currently goes through now, it really paints the tale of what we've always been saying. Like, no matter how much a black woman goes through, she doesn't feel like black men have her back. And when they do seem like they have your back, they turn on you once you try to hold them accountable. So she posted, of course, like everybody knows, how she had like the record producer who took advantage of her. And around that same time, her dad, who she had an estranged relationship with because he was in jail, died. Her mom, who's been like her biggest supporter, died. Then she had the whole issue with Tory Lanez and her former best friend. So it just seems like no matter who she had in her corner, everybody's always betraying her. And it comes across in a way where, to most people who watch it, you would say, yeah, you had a fucked up life. People just have been constantly letting you down. Or people that you loved and relied on are no longer here. But some people are taking that as, oh, well, you see, yeah, her grandmother died right after her mom too, so she lost pretty much all the loved people in her life. But some people see that as, oh, well, there's a common denominator, there's a common factor, and it's her. And I say this all the time. You can hold me to it. I'll put it in writing. I'll put it on my body as a tattoo. I was born from a black woman. I'm married to a black woman. I have black friends, black family. You will never hear me talk bad about a black woman at all. But it always seems like for some reason, black woman's biggest enemy, it's not white men. It's not white women. It's black men. A black woman could be sitting there minding her business, taking a selfie. There was an actual video of this on social media. This girl was in a restaurant taking a picture of herself. And this older black man had to come and like tear her down because he didn't like the fact that she was just feeling herself. And he was like, it's women like you that make the rest of us look bad. I gotta share the video with y'all, but the video was so bad that his own daughters had to get on social media and apologize for his behavior. And he still doubled down on his behavior.
I saw that video.
And if you think they're doing this to like celebrities who obviously Meg has more education, better looking, more money than you, imagine how they treat an everyday black woman who just happened to be walking by in the street or posting online or just, walking in a dark alley or whatever the case is. They have no respect for them. And it baffles me because as a man who does everything that he can to protect the women around him and those who he knows, why aren't all men having the same energy and mentality?
Because a lot of black men want to be in the position that white men are. They want to have some sort of and that's what it really boils down to. Black men believe in this whole concept of being the leader and all this other bullshit, and the only way that they can know how to be a leader is to copy what they've seen. White men. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it.
Have you?
And this isn't. Sorry.
Have you guys seen the one video? It's kind of like Pop the Balloon, but it's an older black man. And he's standing across from an older black woman and they're talking,
Yep.
and he asks her, "Can you cook? Can you clean?" Da, da, da. And she's like, "Yeah, I can do all that." And do you have kids? Yeah, I have kids. Are you in your kids' lives? Hell no.
You
You
talking
got
about
about
the dude who was built like Yogi Bear and he was in jail?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know exactly who you talking about. Yeah, that shit is wild.
and he's talking about like he's on his kid's life and he don't got no home, he don't got no job right now. And you're like, "Oh, so what did you do? Uh bottle work and shit." And I'm like, "You're asking for all this and you bring absolutely nothing other than being a man."
He's the prize.
Baby, I don't want that. That's a consolation prize. I don't want that. What am I
All he
like?
brings is a picnic basket. Big ass nigga. Looking
All he
like
brings
Yogi
is
Bear.
disappointment, bruh. But it's like the idea that you can just constantly like take, and you give nothing in return, and your expectation is so high.
And it's
Is
those same men.
mind-boggling.
It's those same men who will call a woman a gold digger. Like, bro, she makes more money than you do. You
You
made
got nothing to
$300
dig.
after taxes. Well, before taxes, rather. You have
You got
nothing to
nothing
offer.
to dig. What is there to? You don't got a shovel to dig with. You ain't got no dirt. You don't got shit. You'd be lucky if you had dirt. What are you talking about?
And the dirt is on Afterpay.
And you behind. How you late on Afterpay?
They didn't transfer their money from the savings to their checking.
And what? But really, when it comes down to Meg, if you watch this, I don't know if you do, but if you do, hey, always showing this. But please put yourself first. If you want to give them if you want to give RDC World another chance, that is your choice to make, and I will support you. If you want to go for your hotties and be there for you, because you already signed the contract and you you don't go back on your word. That's completely fine, and I will support your decision. If you decide to pull out because you want to protect your mental health, you want to protect your peace and you feel like will do nothing for you, I will support you as well. But to the dick riders of RDC and DreamCon who don't seem to realize that you cannot keep making the same mistake over and over and over again and expect black women to accept it, you can go fuck yourselves. Disrespectfully, not even respectfully, disrespectfully, because we're not going to keep you dealing with this mediocre concept from these men. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, and do the same shit. No, you're not going to keep doing the same. If I punch you in your face and say sorry, then punch you in the face again, do you feel like it's a mistake? Just answer that question.
Depends on what you call a mistake.
If I punch you in your face and say, "Yo, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm not going to do it," and I do that same shit, same spot and everything again, is that really a mistake? Is that really
I
an accident?
call it that. I ain't trying to do assault charges. So yeah, I
You
call it
been
that.
getting a karate chop to the neck.
Nah, that's just death. 2 chops to the throat. You gotta be watching Lavelle Crawford now. 2 chops to the throat.
Also, if you've gone to Thigh Geekdom, which is another convention, unfortunately, so
Thigh
there,
Geekdom?
Thigh Geekdom.
Oh,
There was an incident there. There was an incident there with a congoer who was supposed to be banned. So let me say allegedly, because I don't want y'all to try to sue me. Allegedly, was supposed to be banned, but kept coming back, even though they let security know multiple times. Please, I know security is not the best at all places, but please let security know. And please, if you are in a group, stay in a group. I know it's hard, like, you want to go over here, want to go there, but please just protect yourselves in these types of situations, because weirdos like this will constantly keep getting in or keep finding ways to get in or sneak around or some shit, because conventions are really big. Protect yourself and protect the people around you. I am, thankful for the people who did step up, who did try to help, who did alert security, even though security was half-assing. I do want to shout out, the congoers who did try to let like geekdom know and go into their Discord, but they got kicked out of their Discord for letting them know about the situation that was going on, which is actually really messed up.
That's fine.
So just everyone loves to go into conventions. This may have been your favorite convention you go to, one that you were thinking about going to. That was one I was thinking about going to next year, but that's already off my radar. So if stuff like this happens, please let it be known. I know it's really hard to speak up as, if you are a victim or, you've seen some stuff, because there are a lot of people who will try to say that, hey, this didn't happen. I'm friends with did it. Speak your truth, stand up for yourselves, and also protect yourselves and the people around you.
I'm sorry, yo.
That's all.
Wow.
That shades is killing me, bro.
Not Pat Shades, bruh.
This man is so. I'm sorry, man. Every time I look,
Nah, you good.
everything looks so serious, bro. My bad. But
Maybe I should wear the shades more.
let everybody know you mean business. But
Damn right.
It was something I wanted to talk about earlier. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't really care to give this person no airtime. But this dude said some wild shit over the weekend, and I didn't necessarily see the video, but I got the gist of the video. And he basically was saying that one of the biggest problems is that women, instead of accepting the environment, try to change the environment. And used an example of like hunters going into a place where there's dangerous animals and old trees that can fall over, and it being dangerous, try to change the environment of what the forest is supposed to be. Long story short, it was just an excuse on women getting abused and harassed and shit like that. Basically going to the clubs, and you should know that there's dangerous people there, and instead of changing that environment, you should just dress better. Like that's basically the type of shit that he was trying to say and get at. And I'm just like, bro, the fuck are you on? Nobody should be out here abusing anybody. People should be able to go out freely and mind their business. Yes, we get it. There are shitty people around. But we need to deal with the shitty people, not just just let them men be shitty. You just need to worry about you. It's like, nah, why should people have to change? Like, no, we need to change the environment. It should be safe for everybody to go out there, especially women, bro. Like, and it's not even about how you dress, because it's women that jog and running on trails that get abused. It ain't about what you got on, bro. It's about these nasty motherfuckers that's out here.
Mm-hmm. You know what that reminds me of? So last year was actually the very first time I went to a comic convention, and it was BlerdCon. We were, of course, doing our panel. And I've heard nothing but good things about BlerdCon. It's a great vibe, great environment, really great place for like Black cosplayers to, come and have fun and just show off their cosplays. And the very first thing that I noticed when I went there was this big sign that says cosplay is not consent. Now, I've been around women who have been scantily dressed. That's their business. That's their choice. That's their bodies. In no way, shape, or form have I ever been convinced to be like, oh, butt cheeks. Let me go grab them. Let me go feel you and make you feel uncomfortable. Because that's common sense. Women are people. They're human beings. They don't want you to touch them. You don't have a right to say why not. They don't want you in their area. You don't have to be there. If they tell you, hey, I'm dressed this way because I feel this way, it's not for you to slut shame them or make them feel bad about themselves. But for something like cosplay is not consent to be said, indicates, just like Duck said, we're putting more responsibility on the women who dress that way as opposed to telling the men, don't act that way. Yeah, men are very sexually driven. We know that. But you don't have to be a creep about it. You don't have to be a pervert and just think that just because a woman dresses a certain way or she's out in public in a certain fit, that gives you the right to touch her. And I feel like a lot of these conventions, they protect that broken version of masculinity, because society thinks that masculinity means take what you want, do what you want, have no accountability or no consequences to your actions. That's not what being a man is. I can call myself a man. I take care of my family. I take care of my kids. I take care of my loved ones. I take care of my community and my friends. I work to be a better person. That's the definition of a man. I can say the same thing for Clutch. I can say the same thing for Duck. We're men. We're responsible individuals who do the right thing, and we're leaders. We're not out here getting mad at the world because, the girl who talked to me told me no. Life goes on. You move on. You talk to somebody else. We don't blame the world for our problems. We fix shit. We get things done. We're accountable for our actions. Things we control, things we can't control. But a lot of these so-called boys out here want to call themselves men, and they get mad that women out here act like more men than y'all do. That's just the bottom line.
Shit, I like being left alone. It ain't hurt my feelings when ain't nobody can be around me. I like being left alone. Listen, less problems, less headache for me. Go to work, come home, my business. I love it. I love it.
It's unfortunate on social media that I've actually gone viral because I call these quote unquote new age men bitch ass niggas. Because that's how y'all act. Y'all act like a bunch of bitches. Y'all cry every single fucking day about some problem, whether it's, women are having fun going on vacations together. Women want to feel safe. They want to feel protected. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
What? That was an example, right? Please tell me that's an example.
That's actually true.
Since when do we give a shit about what women do? I'm sorry. Never mind. Wrong group of niggas. Carry on.
Yeah, I don't.
Wrong group of niggas.
Hell, even so, y'all know that song, I'm Just a Fairy, or whatever it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just think that there's a remix, the male remix to it dissing them. Hey, women having fun minding their business. Now, it's...
Just leave us the fuck alone, bro.
That's why I'm like,
God.
like, that's why it's like,
Y'all
yo,
that fucking lonely? Look,
like,
you can go to a sex shop and get $1,000 and buy yourself a sex doll, bruh. You can do whatever just go and do that, because honestly at this point you don't like women. You really fucking don't at this point.
Yo,
You think everyone is out to get you, then don't come near women. Leave us the fuck alone. And the worst part is always the women that don't want y'all, that y'all worried the most the fuck about. Leave us the fuck alone. If I'm out there with my friends having a good time, I'm not worried about you. Why are you worried about me? Y'all the most nosiest motherfuckers in the goddamn world. Out there with the wig on. Yeah. So fuck what? Oh, you got your ass out. Yes. Yes, I do. Because you know what? I got a nice ass. I want it out because I'll be able to shake it if I will. Hello.
Yeah.
My connection went bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah, it's like leave us alone. Like,
you know what's funny?
Let women.
I don't know if you experience this, Ray, and any other women who are watching the pod right now, but have y'all noticed there's always a certain prototype of man that always has the most shit to say? And this isn't against the Bald brothers because y'all rock the Baldies pretty well. Listen. All right, listen. I'm not saying y'all. I'm just saying it's a certain type of man. They're like 25 years old. They got the George Jefferson style baldy. Their facial hair doesn't connect. They look like they got put in the air fryer and got hit in the face with the frying pan. They got the Forrest Whitaker eye that kind of looks like my glasses right now, like a little crooked. But they always got the most to say about women's looks, about how they dress. Like somebody did it to my wife. Like I had a picture I posted of her that when we went to Miami, and the dress was a nice, little see-through dress. Was I don't know the word to describe it, but it was a nice dress. Mesh. Yeah, it was a mesh. Yeah, it was a mesh dress. And he was like, "You let her come out the house like that?" I'm like, "Nigga, who you think took the fucking picture?" Like, granted, I had to take it 100 times because she's big on angles, but I got the angles done. But point being, It's
Once again,
my,
black women, if a woman wants to dress like a baddie when you met her, she's gonna continue to dress like a baddie afterwards, bro. If you want a chick who wears long sleeve down all the way to the floor, you can't even see her ankles. If that's what you want to get with, my nigga, get with that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't come projecting your insecurities and what you want onto other people who will never want you. I would rather kiss a cactus, hug up on a cactus in the middle of the fucking desert, okay, dehydrated, than take a bottle of water from your fucking hands, okay? Leave us the fuck alone. Please and
What's
thank
wrong
you.
with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? One want to kiss a cactus, the other one eat 12 Popeyes biscuits dry. Yeah, then the duck tired of y'all because y'all keep calling the bullshit. Like, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Look, I felt your pain when I saw that. I felt your pain.
I'm saying,
Because I
first
saw
of all,
the.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
you look done. That's where he wanted to flip the fucking table. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was like, these niggas.
Like, yo,
hold on a second. I want to see what she said about the $300 dinner.
I was trying to click it.
Oh, we did it at the same time.
Bruh.
Okay.
The 300, bruh. You can, if the idea that you go and buy someone dinner and you think that you should have sexual intercourse at the end of it, this is
$300
go
crazy.
pay for a hooker, okay? You can go pay for sex. Just because you spend $300 on a dinner does not mean you getting kitty cat, okay?
It's like,
Some women will give up kitty cat on the front date, some don't, and it's their fucking choice. But don't get mad that they don't want to.
Can I talk about this real quick? Because this is a topic that I talk about all over threads. So, and this isn't a gloat. This is just to kind of paint a picture. So I'm somebody, when I first dated my now wife, I would go to restaurants that she liked to go to or spend, money on the places that she wanted to go to, because there have been times where she says, oh, me and my friends want to go hang out and do this for my birthday or an event or whatever, and nobody shows up. So knowing that, that's the stuff that she told me, I made a conscious effort to be like, all right, well, all the places that you can go to, I'll take you on those places. All the restaurants you want to go to, we'll go to those restaurants. Some of those places, dinner in total, the bill was like $300, but all I thought about was, showing her a good time and just setting an example on what kind of man I was. And that's how I see it. I don't see a $300 dinner as, oh, I'm getting some coochie afterwards. To me, it's a showing of, this is the level of expectation you have in our relationship. It's, there's nothing wrong with going to like Applebee's or Cheesecake Factory, nothing wrong with that at all. But I do it to show you that I want to show you the finer things in life and treat you like you deserve. A lot of men don't see it that way. They see it as, oh, I spent $5 on tacos. Let me get some Gucci. Tacos, my nigga, first of all, no amount of money is worth Gucci, but you could at least, throw in a steak there or something. Show some effort.
yo.
And you know what the worst part is like, I feel like there's different levels to men, and I feel like it gets worse and worse once they involve money into it. Like, because you can be a guy who has all the money in the world, but if you can't have a conversation, if you are sarcastic, if you are just so like, try to make yourself seem so self-important, if you can't like do anything to really, it don't matter. Like, if you can't ask me how was my day, if we can't connect, you're not going to go further. It don't matter. But also this goes back into where back in the day, all it took is I got money and that was enough to get a woman and keep a woman. Now it's not, because black women are now one of the most educated, and we can have our own money. We don't need a man to have a bank account, to have a credit card, to have loans in our names. We don't need y'all anymore for that. So you're gonna have to bring more. You actually gonna have to have that emotional connection, and that's the part y'all keep failing on, is that emotional and intellectual connection. Duck, are you looking at your beard?
Yeah.
They say, yeah.
He said, no shame in my game.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
I was listening, but something just caught me off guard.
I'm nonchalant with it. Like, yeah. What the fuck? Oh, no. This goes.
I ain't finna lie.
Hey, Suki.
Lie at all.
I just want y'all to do better. Leave black women alone.
And stop calling yourselves men. You're not men.
You some
Yeah.
bitch.
You know what?
Bunch of
Say
bitches.
probably unpopular fucking opinion. I don't want stop calling yourself kings too. Stop
Hey,
that shit.
whoa! I do that. No, I'm not gonna stop doing
Unpopular opinion. Stop
that.
it.
No, I
No,
made
no,
that.
not clutch. Listen. If you out here doing bitch nigga shit, you're not a king. It don't matter how you feel. If you feel offended by that, I'm sorry, but if you don't do the right thing out here, you can't call yourself a king. That's a whole different level. It's not just throwing to any man out here.
Shit, I went to medieval times. I got knighted. I called myself Lord Breland at work. I ain't stopping doing that. Oh no, I'm having too much fun with that shit.
You about to get knighted at school by these kids. Watch.
Now, yo, listen, hold on. See, y'all think of bullshit. Hold on.
You about to part the Burger King crime right now. Watch.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Probably stole this shit too.
And instead of a gem, it's gonna have a candle. Watch.
That's
He
crazy.
probably stole it from one of his students.
He probably
too.
he did steal from a kid.
I got knighted at medieval times. I got a sword, damn.
The nigga pull up the Zelda sword.
I got the sword, damn it. I got the sword.
That's her worth $59.99, bro. Everyone got knighted. Stop it.
Fucking Clutch McIntyre over here.
Hey, stop it before I get Jim on you. Stop
He really
it.
said,
Not Jim.
like everyone can't get knighted.
Fucking gentleman Jim over here.
And you get knighted. Hey, you get knighted.
Damn, no, nigga said Lido out there.
There you go.
Hey, yo.
I like it.
Y'all
Like-
say
And it's
Isn't
funny.
that just Panthro?
Nah. I think listen, the first thing I did was the Thundercat shit too. That's the wild part. Actually, I want to watch that shit tonight too. I don't find no boomerang.
yo, dead ass. Give me sight beyond sight, B.
Man, listen. Put the little symbol in the air, like, yo, man, listen. That's my shit. See, we give people ideas for Panthro. Even though I feel like Panthro's a whole nigga out here though. But I'll tell you,
He was the black.
Pantho definitely a Negro.
listen, I'll take it.
Yeah, Panther black story.
Yeah, I feel like Panther is the only black one out of all of them, but it's all right. I'll take it. That's my shit. I feel like I'm a whole lord out here. Lord of Breland. Actually, hold on here.
But in the end, black women, protect yourselves. And if you go into a group, protect yourselves within the group too. You do not have to take any of this bullshit from anyone. You can say no, you can step away. You know, you can protect yourself in many different ways, if need be.
And if you're getting harassed on social media by these men, just tag me. Because I've
Right.
actually proven, listen, you've seen me on Threads. I have proven that as soon as I start talking these conversations, most of these men either backtrack what they have to say or they just don't answer me.
It's the way. Hold on, because this guy had a fucked up ass hairline. Why he bringing the timer from between the liners on his hairline, bruh? I was dead. You remember between the lines, the little climber? I died.
Oh,
I
the
was
post I
like,
made about RG3.
that little bitch.
That was my fucking RG.
See, I told you would come back to your fucking
RG3.
circle right back.
Yo, I can't think of it. RG3 bitch ass is bad wild, bro. Like, how dare you sit there? So, bro, fuck it, yo. So, like, how you gonna sit here and act like you don't understand why this is going on? Not only did you, like, looking at the video of how Angel Reese said it versus how he read it with his milk in the background, just clapping and cheering him on, is the wildest shit ever. And the simplest fact that, like, Ryan, what's his name, Ryan Clark said, hey, like, he pointed out why this shit was wrong. And he said that to a guy who compares his wife to milk. He calls himself the milkman. He's always bringing up his wife's skin, calling it milk. And he said, I've talked to your wife. I've talked to her. I had conversations with her. She's more than that. And RG3 got offended and said, we should never talk about wives. Bro, all he said was, I treat your wife like a human. And you said, hey, she's my trophy, nigga. Like, what you talking about? Hey, bro. I hate this nigga.
Honestly,
I didn't like him as my fucking quarterback, and I don't like this nigga. All right.
between him and honestly, Caitlin Clark needs to do fucking better too, and speak out against her fucking fans.
Yeah, that's the picture that I showed to him. He actually responded to it too, talking about, oh, we should love each other regardless of skin color. But yeah, that's the picture I shared on RG3.
Oh, it's the Price is Right, not
Yeah.
the cliffhanger. I'm sorry, I was wrong. But either way,
And what made it funny is that anybody who's seen Price is Right knows that yo sound that they do whenever they play it.
mhm. And that I need Caitlin Clark to tell her fans to chill the fuck out. The whole idea that Angel Reese was literally about to cry because Caitlin Clark's fans, well, I don't know, what was it, the Fever or whatever, they were making monkey noises while she was about to shoot and doing like all types, like that is so, there's levels. I understand, you know, you're supposed to go boo, whatever, okay, but you are grown ass men making monkey noises to Angel Reese was probably what, like 23, 24, just because you know she got mad at the foul that Caitlyn did, which in my opinion looked kind of fucking crazy, but whatever, it don't really fucking matter. Caitlyn got that foul on her, whatever. Are we really doing this shit right now? And then for the WNBA, like, we don't tolerate any racism. We're looking into it. What the fuck do you mean you're looking into it? The fuck?
Dude, right there, bro. It's anything.
Do fucking better. And Caitlyn, you keep standing behind your fucking black basketball teammates. You need to speak out and be like, I understand you guys are fans, but this is really disrespectful. I do not appreciate you guys doing this to Angel Reese. She is still a part of the WNBA, and you need to have respect for everyone a part of it. Not just be like, well, oh no, fuck you and fuck your fans. What the what? Hello?
Yeah, Caitlin Clark definitely gets to fuck him. And you know what? It's not even surprising to me that her fans and Caitlin Clark herself are like that. What really surprises me are the black men who actually cap for Caitlin Clark.
But again, why? Because she's a white
Because they want to be white men. Mm-hmm.
No. Y'all not serious right now. Y'all are not serious right now.
Yeah,
no.
You don't see the
Hold on.
where there's a black woman, there's a black man willing to hate on him. Like,
hold on. No, I'm not talking about that. Because one, they did figure that out. That was actually someone that did a soundboard or some shit like that. That was more of a dolphin noise than a monkey noise. That's one. So they figured that part out quick. Secondly, I can't believe y'all had me about to defend this chick neither. If anything done ever since Give to Caesar was do nothing but give credit to black women, and even let alone has defended Angel Reese prior many times. So to get mad at her for how other niggas are acting is wild and crazy. Just saying.
No, it's not.
You know why it's not? You know why it's not wild and crazy? Because if you're a person who's in a position who's privileged enough to say, hey, don't mess up a black woman's life or don't say this about black people, it's easy for you to do it. She's capitalizing off of racism. Whether you want to say she's racist or not is one thing, but you can speak up about it. And you're just as guilty.
Granted, that may be true that she's capitalizing it, but at the same time, she also got a hate and backlash because of that white privilege. Whereas many times that she said before that the WNBA should have credit for the predecessors that came before her, she has quite a lot of heat and shit for that. So to say that she's not doing that is crazy, because I've been keeping up with this shit since she got into the league, let alone with her whole thing with Angel and everything has started before that. So as many times have I seen her, let alone that woman just wants to play ball and mind her business.
And she needs to keep saying it, because it keeps fucking happening, and you keep seeing these white men calling Angel Reese out her name, keep saying this wild shit about Angel Reese because of her, because of Caitlyn. Just because you need to keep doing it. These are your fans.
Okay. So watch this. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example how crazy that sounds. Literally, I have one of my coaches that wild out every damn time in front of the kids. Every damn time in front of the kids. We tell him to chill, we tell him to relax, you go and sit there. And then he gets suspended, he's still wilding out. There's only so
he shouldn't have then.
But again, that's my point. I could say something so many. Watch, I could say so many things, but so many times at the end of the day, people are still going to what they got to do. I'm not going to be held accountable for other people's actions.
So first of all, that is your coworker. He should not have a job. You need to take that up with your director and tell him he needs to calm the fuck down. You keep doing crazy stuff. Second, these are your fans. If the fans that you support and they keep doing the same shit over and over and over again, right? And you stop saying stuff, they're gonna keep thinking that it's okay. Just like let's even bring up Kurt Angle, right? How many times did he have to say, "Don't call me Perk Angle. Don't call me Perk Angle. Don't call me Perk Angle"? More people respect him, and not to say it, yes, but there's still quite a few people who don't say it, but he continues to say it because it's not right. She, as who has these fans who are showing that they're racist, she needs to say it. I don't care. Point blank, period. If you have a fan base that is showing racism in a sport where they constantly degrade black women, and that's the majority of your team, you need to say something. I don't care. You get to your blue in the face. Keep saying it.
You're somebody responsible for other people's actions.
Listen, especially when it's considered to be in your name. They're doing this in your honor, in your name. Granted, yeah, sure. She can't control what those people do. You're absolutely correct. She can't stop them. She's not Jean Grey nor Charles Xavier. She doesn't have that power to stop people from doing anything. But if people are doing something in your name, in your honor, yeah, I'm just going to keep speaking. Because again, it's in my name. Y'all are being racist. Y'all are my fans. Y'all support me. If you're supporting me, hey, this ain't what I support. This ain't what I'm dealing with. And every chance I get, I'm gonna keep saying that.
And again, I hear you what I'm saying that, but I'm telling you, she's done that on plethora of times. There's only so many times I'm gonna keep telling people, "Hey, y'all gotta chill out and stop." Before after a while, I was like, "All right, I ain't gonna sit there keep wasting my breath." People.
But the crazy part is, I hear you say it, but I haven't heard her say shit. Like, you would think something like this would be across the board, everything. Like, oh, she says this, she says this. You see more Angel Reese hate than you actually see Kaylin defend. And you haven't seen a drop of it. Now, you've seen it. I haven't seen it. I don't really follow sports like that. But
I'm about to share something with y'all real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. So if y'all don't, for those of y'all who use Threads, this is the top post when I simply just typed in Caitlin Clark in the search. So while you may feel that way about her as a player or somebody who watches the sport, there are thousands of people who actually feel that she's not speaking up enough.
That's for the cop. Wait, what? Placed on the carpet, Dejanay, Joy Floyd. I'm a pull. He just proves at the end of the day, just contradicted his whole argument. She can't control people. She can let people know not to use her face. But again, she said this before. How many times does she have to say it?
Because she's in the public eye, she has to keep saying it. This ain't like a one and done thing. Because the more and more you let this shit slide, the wilder and wilder this shit keeps happening. Like, come on now.
You know what that's like? If Ray says, y'all don't respect black people, and I say it once, is that enough? No, it's not, because there's still people out there who don't respect black people. And as a person on this podcast, I don't care if I got to say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm going to keep saying it because that's somebody who's a friend of mine and that's somebody who I support. Same thing for Caitlin Clark. Those are your teammates. You are a person who has the privilege to use your power to say, hey, you know what? What y'all doing is wrong. She doesn't say it because she knows her fan base is mostly racist white men and black men. And unfortunately, hating on black women is considered currency nowadays because the more you hate on them, the more popular you become, the more support you get. I see it all the time as an influencer. I see it all the time on social media. People hate black women and try to thrive off of it. And while she may not hate black women directly, she's benefiting off that hate. Because if it's the same thing like with Taylor Swift. Once Taylor Swift says she endorsed Kamala Harris, all of a sudden, all her white fan base turned on her. And she saw that her popularity decrease. But sometimes that's what you have to do. She doesn't want to do that. She's young. She's famous. She's starting to build a name for herself. She may not be racist, but she's certainly benefited from it, which is pretty much the definition of white privilege. So, yeah, she needs to speak up on it more. It's not just a one and done situation or how many times I can say it. You say it until they get the damn message.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all gonna keep that one. Because like I
Well,
said, you say things 50 times, 60 times after a certain time, I ain't saying nothing no more.
Well, good
well,
thing
that's
you
you,
in your
bro.
apartment.
I'll say it till I'll say it till I'm dark as fuck.
I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But it's just like I said, more so is she could say as many times she want. People are still gonna do what they do.
But it's not even about just like, oh, it's stopping, but it's also showing that you actually you stand with Angel Reese and you stand with the other black WNBA players who are going to get the hate. Just like I don't remember her name. Oh my god, what was it? It was the black WNBA player who was caught having weed.
Oh, Brittany Griner.
Yeah, so now everything's going around saying that she was like whack white. She said like whack call, and people are like, oh, you're saying white girl, that's derogatory, and da 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 da. And it's like, okay, now we're really going down this route now. It's also about you are standing 10 tones down. Like, this is where I draw the line at with these people. This is not okay. But if you just stop, okay, they're gonna think it's okay. That's the point that I feel like you're not seeming to like understand. It's like, if you don't consistently draw this in the sand, they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And that's why we got motherfuckers like this. This is why we also in like WWE, we have motherfuckers throwing shit at fucking wrestlers because it's not a hard line drawn in saying what is acceptable, what is not acceptable.
I get what you're saying. I do. But what I'm saying is that regardless how many times you do it, people are still going to do the same thing. Whether she says it 50, 60, 70 million times, they're going to do the same thing. Regardless. How many times she go around and say, this ain't right, this ain't cool, don't use my name. People are still going to do the fuck shit regardless.
But at least it's not won't be in her name. She won't accept it. That'll just show that they're just doing it to be racist. They're hiding behind Caitlin Clark.
But again, we know this already. And although, like I said, as many times she says, do not use my name, face, or likeness before. She said it literally last summer, countless times. Don't do it. And people still doing it. At this point, I don't know what anymore y'all want her to do. Keep saying it. What she wants to do? Shoot him inside the head now? Or don't come to the games? Or, listen, I get it. But after a while, there's only so much she's going to be able to control in that situation. Only so much.
It's only so much she can control in a situation, but as a white person and a person of privilege, she actually has more power than she can imagine. And if she says it, then other white people could possibly be on board. And that's the issue. Black women will say it to their blue in the face. Some black men will. But unfortunately, we have the minority of the voices in power. People like Caitlin Clark, you have that power. You have that ability to say something is wrong, something needs to be done. And if more people like her said it, then yeah, like Ray said, all they can do is just say, all right, well, they're just being racist, and their voices get minimalized. But unfortunately, they won't say it because they benefit from that privilege. There have been people, do you think if Martin Luther King wanted to do his I Have a Dream speech and he saw that people were like, all right, yeah, we don't fuck with black people, he'd be like, all right, well, you know what, I give up. They're not listening to me. I'm not going to say anything anymore. People are still going to be how they are, but that doesn't mean that you just give up and say, all right, well, fuck it. I did what I could. Let me go back and play basketball. Shit, look at LeBron. LeBron's a good example. Say what you want about LeBron, about as a player, about him flopping, but that man speaks up for black issues regardless of who listens. And he does it with a smile on his face. Sometimes he does it with pain in his heart, but he'll continue to do it even if he has to repeat himself constantly because he's trying to do the right thing by people, for people. Look at Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is another example. He's been speaking up about black issues and civil rights and freedom for decades. And shit's still going on. But he's still going to fight. Because sometimes it's better to be on the right side of history than just to be silent and just shut up about it.
No, because we're getting Jey Uso versus Gunther the fuck again. Have a good fucking night for Let Me Talk Pod in 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
When are they fighting again? Oh yeah, that's right. Because Gunther said he wanted a rematch.
Again, I'm done.
Is that
I'd much rather have that than Logan Paul.
I'm tired of seeing these two motherfuckers go against each other. I'm done.
You're gonna see Logan and John team up with Cody and Jay. That's much better. Way better.
Great way to ruin wrestling.
Such good
I would
shit.
rather count. No, I'm not gonna say that. That was mean.
No. Speak your truth. What you got to say?
I was gonna say I would rather count the hairs on a bald man's head than to watch anything with Jey Uso and Gunther again.
I didn't think you were going to say that, but that you're not beating the allegations about your hatred towards the bald man out here. I'm sorry, you are not.
Make one.
You are not.
Just make one. I have to make one. I'm
And
sorry.
you know what's funny?
Always make one, right?
Always.
But if somebody was to say, I'm gonna say something until I turn the color of Ray's hair, then it is right? You know what I'm saying?
Leave me alone. You're a girl.
Now Taylor Mercury. Now I'm on your ass.
Fighting you by moonlight.
Eating dog, it's my daylight.
Running from her room. Y'all thought it won for rum, but
Oh boy.
fighting you by daylight. Fry your chicken by moonlight. Never running from a house. Here's the one named Sailor Rum.
Good guy Marcus out there, man.
Listen, I'm into it, man. We out of here, man.
I'm tired. That was funny.
Oh boy. Diabolical indeed.
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl.
Please don't say that.
Good night. Heel in the building. Good night.
I'm not a heel. I'm a face. The heel dropped. We're still live. That's why I'm still talking. Still live.
Oh damn, they all left. Well,
Yeah.
good.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you for coming to Let Me Talk Pod. See you guys next Monday.
See ya.
Protect Black women. Be safe.
And fuck Tory Lanez.
Period.